the question a little weird. There's always sort of like a pissing match. Who can name the most obscure bands? These bands might not even be an influence. It's all about like having cred with fellow musicians. I don't know exactly where my influences come from or how they're formed. When I was a kid, I listened to anything from like U2 all the time to like Simon and Garfunkel, which seems like a weird influence when it comes to this band, but like a song like Chemical Burn, which we haven't recorded, but if you come to our live shows, you'll hear Chemical Burn. There's a lyric in that song that was taken straight out of a Simon and Garfunkel song. So the influence is always there. There's no set like, well, this portion of the song I want it to sound like the Vaselines, and this portion of the song is straight Pixies. I don't think of music that way, and it doesn't register that way to me.
My musical influence is pretty much founded in rock and roll, starting with the British Invasion. I'm aware of the blues, early rock and roll, R&B. What I fell in love with, the Beatles, the Stones, early Eric Clapton bands. What are you talking about? Derek and the Dominoes? Fuck you.
First music I was pretty much into, I remember air guitar when I was just a wee lad, to Kiss, with makeup of course. And then the 80s came and I got into skateboarding and punk rock and hardcore, and just kind of mixed with other musical influences. The punk rock movement, the skateboarding scene introduced me to different people in different cities and different culture. I'm pretty wide open to music. I just take those early influences into a lot of my drumming. A Bad Brains fill I want to throw in, or a Keepsake drum beat I'm guilty of doing something similar. Slayer, a huge fan of Slayer. I'm just a huge fan of a lot of different types of music, and I try to bring that into my drumming. I guess I've been trained by ear by listening to these bands, but just learning how to play drums basically by myself. I play left hand hi-hat, right snare, and right kick. I just felt comfortable, and I never really took a lesson. Maybe you can tell, go with what I heard. There still feels, I just don't know how they do it, man. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
We all have our own musical tastes, and then we kind of meet. Chad and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but we both love the Dead Milkmen and Coheed and Cambria. Deftones?
That dog.
That dog. Okay.
Good face.
And I think that hopefully comes through in our music. I'm a huge Frank Zappa fan. Not that I can play any of his music, but I think that somehow or other, like, it shows up. Chad has like an encyclopedic knowledge of 80s hardcore, DIY, punk rock, skate rock. Why are you interrupting me? Dave's really into the Pixies, and I think that helps our sort of jagged noisiness. All of our experience allows us to operate outside of the bounds of like traditional songwriting or traditional sound. Let's just do 10 minutes of feedback right here. We're not afraid of noise. We've got to scream. However the song needs to happen, it'll happen.
When I was even younger, I listened to a shit ton of hair metal. I don't admit it a lot, like Cinderella. When I'm writing a song, I'm hoping that it doesn't come out as an influence, but who knows? I mean, it might still be rattling around in there. Hopefully whatever comes out of me, even though it was influenced or inspired by these bands, I'm hoping that it sounds original. I've had time to digest it and absorb it, you know, so that it becomes more a part of me than like just me trying to sound like the Pixies or like Pavement. We all have sort of a baseline where we agree. We'll diverge. I mean, I listen to Jeff Buckley. I'll listen to REM. I don't think Chad does, but I think that diverging is what helps us keep our sound what it is.